Hello and welcome to Proverb Minutes. Hope you're able to find some peace of heart through these lessons that I present on the YouTube channel here. And we're going to do Psalms 8 starting in verse 3 today. When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars, which you have ordained, what is man that you are mindful of him, and the son of man that you visit him? So a couple of things are happening here. Again, I don't know how many people are interested in astronomy. I took a college course when I was a sophomore in high school. This was one of the biggest classes I wanted to take. Couldn't wait to fall into astronomy. And what a blessing that was, memories of so long ago now that I'm 65 years old. But considering the heavens and the work of his fingers, the moon and the stars and the forces of nature, I remain speechless, because the more one knows, the more ignorant one becomes. And I believe, and I've mentioned this probably before, that I believe that we all have a common measure of ignorance. We may have our own pocket of knowledge or understanding, but the ignorance is widespread and common to us all. I mean, how does one have all the history incorporated into the knowledge of the self, all the countries, the rivers, the mountains, the geology of it all, the particles of nature, the chemical interactions? It's mind-boggling. It goes beyond the scope of anything that any of us can totally achieve and feel absolutely comfortable with. And I think that only people that think that they're experts are fooling themselves, because there's a wide open universe of infinite encounters and experiences that would always cause us to fall short of being that expert. And maybe a little bit of an assistance, a custodian, a person that has an open, honest heart. And no matter what the ability is, that's what God looks for. So what is man that he's mindful of him? You know, there's a couple of things. Man and son of man. We're all sinners, brethren. The only one that didn't sin was Christ. And if there's someone else, Enoch or whoever else that God considers, it's his judgment and not ours. And what he's talking about is the humanity. What is humanity that you would want to visit humanity with all the wars and the anger and the arrogance that goes on down here? You know, really, why would God even consider the earth as a place to be considered, and the beings that he's created upon it? Because there was once a time where he was sorry that he created humanity, you know, because all their thoughts were nothing but evil. And that's not what's happening now. I do believe that there's more of a noble quality, that we have awakened to a higher truth of his presentation in the word that has been delivered. And so let us go down this path of knowledge in Job 7:17. Again, what is man that you should exalt him, that you should set your heart on him, that you should visit him every morning and test him every morning? And that's exactly what God is doing. He's giving us the opportunity to become. For he's saying here, why should you exalt any of us? You know, we are lowly, despicable creatures, feasting on one another and plotting and scheming. Isn't that what Solomon said? God made man noble and upright, but in him he's loaded with scheming. And that takes away from the holy nature of it all. Unless we're scheming to benefit others and bring about a better life. You know, when I was young, I heard a saying, "Oh, what a wicked world this is, and how I wish to leave it a better place and whence I came." And I don't know who quoted that or where I heard it, but it was back in high school somewhere, so many decades ago. But here, it's his heart. And whose heart? It's God's heart. God's heart is coming to each and every one of us to test us and visit us every breath that we take, at every moment. And that's what God is doing. He wants to see where we are right now. And that's the quality of his universe. You know, so many people say, well, there's all these different dimensions, wormholes, blah, blah, blah. maybe there's a connective quality to the transmutation of matter. I'm not going to argue about that from one space to another, but it doesn't elude the concept of now, because it happens now. And even if leapings, leap beyond now and back into now, now is the only experience that we can perceive. And without now, where would we be? Well, let us now come back to the Lord. Let us now go out and help somebody. Thanks for coming to Proverb Minutes. Go out and help somebody today. And thank you for visiting. I hope that you find these lessons invigorating, encouraging, and exhilarating. Let us then proceed forward as we approach the Spirit of God Himself, our eternal home, as we pray for the mercy and grace to come upon more than less. Bye-bye, my friends. You take care. See you on the next ride.